Toy news blew up last week with more MOTU Origins card art reveals, teases, and Yojo June pre-orders. Join us as we discuss this and much more right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How you doing, Michael? It's been a crazy news week.
It has been, like the Toy S news hit the fan last week.
Oh my God.
It's funny because I took the week off from work and we were up in Lake Tahoe enjoying the sun and watching the view. Like we were able to see the views of all the snow that's in Tahoe right now. So it's really weird to see like summer in Tahoe, but have this like scape of snow on the mountains.
Yeah, isn't that incredible? I saw the same thing up in Big Bear a couple weeks ago, and it was just like mind-boggling.
Oh, totally was. It totally was. But yeah, it was like the weather was fine. Like I think it rained one day and we had good weather. But man, the toy news just did not let up this week at all. And we're not even covering like most of it. It was mostly like G.I. Joe, Turtles, and MOTU.
MOTU. I know. And it's like the toy news kept coming. It didn't stop. Up until right before the stream, actually.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like you actually just quickly published something just before the stream. So awesome.
Yes, I did. It looks like we have a ton of people in the chat today. So do we want to dive in and say hello?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's say hi to My Buddies Customs. He is a Toy Habits crew member. What is up? Frank Pryor, another Toy Habits crew member. Joey. We got Payne's Toy Samples, who recently just upgraded his membership to become an addict. So thank you so much for that. We're so looking forward to see you in the Discord chat. We got Kenneth, Lord Hoagie, love that name. Thomas, Too Bad Dad. Let's see. Oh, Brendan Barnes, another crew member. We got Joe Coolman, another Toy Habits crew member in the house. We got Brennan Barnes, the Baroness of Toys, both amazing crew members, All Music fan. Clint Jorgensen, another Toy Habits crew member. Jason, and let's see, we got Germany Retro Toys in the house. I hope you are dialing in from Germany, my friend, because that would be awesome. King Panther, Pop Actor. We could not have a live stream without Pop Actor in the house. We have Neil Hill, Robert, Alice, and Drini. Yes, happy weekend to all. Definitely. Alice and Troy, good evening, my beautiful summer children. Yes. we have Ryan, Cora, and finally J-Rock's World. And Vex Doppel just squeezed in here.
I'm also going to add Frankie Rivera. I think you called him Joel. So hey, Frankie, one of our crew members is here as well. So. Oh, it's all good. There's so many people.
There is a lot. And yeah, before we move on, we can say hello to our amazing Toy Habits crew. You know who you are. We love you all, and thank you so much for the support. You are what keeps us going, and also the community in general. So thank you, everyone.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, we have Alf who just snuck in here. He DMs me on Instagram quite a bit. So hello, my friend. And I think we got everybody, which is awesome. And we have a lot to talk about here. And yeah, actually, before we dive into it, how was your week?
Oh my God, work was crazy. And of course, toy news was busting out all over the place. And, it was good. It was good. And, today I said to myself, we're talking about Joe, MOTU, Turtles, this, that. And I'm like, what shirt do I put on to wear for today's stream? And you know what? I went with, wishing Mr. Grimace here a happy birthday, because it was Grimace's birthday this week. So I have my custom McDonald's Land t-shirt right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Grimace, just to celebrate the occasion. And anyway, it was good. It was good. So Grimace is having a happy birthday.
That's awesome. Yes, and Alf just got in here on time for MOTU Life. Yes, MOTU is life. And let's actually flash back to last Monday, which was a crazy long time ago, right?
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
I was surfing the internet trying to dig up whatever like I usually do and came across the carded images of Wave 14.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to give Michael all the credit for finding that. You dug him up, you posted an article, and all of a sudden it was all over Instagram. But you get all the props
Oh,
because that was amazing that you found these card back images.
it's so
So I
funny
just want
because
to give
oh,
it up
thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you. I do this every night, and I don't know if I just waste so much time. It's actually fun for me to try and look for all this stuff. So I was really excited to find
That's
them
awesome.
because I haven't seen any of these card back images yet. And then lo and behold, we have Roy Juarez, who is the MOTU illustrator and kind of creative director for MOTU. He starts releasing the card arts for these images because I was like, when are we going to see these? Because I want to see the card backs, but we didn't have them.
Yeah. I know. So it was totally cool to get to finally see these, and you knew that once we saw these actual packages that the card art wasn't going to be far behind, and
No,
already we have 2 out of 4, right? And the teases start.
I know, right? Yeah, he released all of them last week, so we can. I'm gonna
Oh,
actually
you're
start with.
absolutely right. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry. See, that's how what a crazy work week I had.
I
It
know,
was
right?
2 this week and 2 last week. So that's where my head is at.
Oh no, they were actually all this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh my god. And then you could tell how busy it was this week.
But I think he did release some stuff last week too. So yeah, I think he releases
Yeah.
some stuff like once a
It
week.
all
But
blurs together now.
it totally does. But Tuesday came around and he released
Hmm.
the cardback art for the Serpent Claw Man at Arms. And it's funny, at first look,
Yep.
I totally thought this was King Hiss. And you can actually see King Hiss at the bottom
Hmm.
there, I think. But then I did another double take and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, that's not King Hiss, that's Stretch Neck, which is one of Axel
Yeah.
Jimenez's concepts that was never created for the Motu Classics line. So it looks like he could
Mhm.
see the light of day in the Origins line, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, and you can tell that this one for Stretch Neck is basically a reuse of multiple different Snake Men, but with a brand new neck and head sculpt. So
Yeah.
obviously, the chest that's on the illustration there that comes directly from Tongue Lasher, right, with the little
Hmm.
snake on it, and then he's got Rattler's tail on there, and then the rest of the Snake Man's arms and legs. So this one's an easy repaint, I guess, if you want to call it that. And then just tooling up a new neck and head, and that's going to be an incredible figure. I wonder
Oh,
if
totally.
do you think the neck is going to be bendy, like
I mean, it was
sort
specced
of
out
like
to be.
squeeze his arms?
Yeah, it was specced out to be bendy. As you can kind of see that up in the corner here. It's like the neck works like
Hmm.
squeezes arms, so that would be amazing. But also,
Yeah.
it's a mashup of Whiplash too, so they could easily
Oh yeah.
make this figure.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah,
I
but like
think
what's
they
what's
can they
very
can get
cool
this
is
worked out.
the little design down here. This is actually Roger Sweet's interpretation of what Ratlore was supposed to
Mm.
look like, and so Axel
Oh,
Jimenez
nice.
borrowed that illustration and created Stretch Neck, this concept for the classics line, and was never produced. So I'm actually so thrilled that they're doing this, and I want to know what people think about this kind of thing in the chat. Like these deep cut figures, are you looking forward to these? Because there's a heck of a lot more that he's got. What are you looking forward to these?
I am. I think they're awesome. I think my favorite, tease this week was Rio Blast. That
Yes.
was awesome. I can't wait to get him. I've got him up on the shelf over here, but that's going to be a really cool one to get in Origins. How about you?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm actually I'm a fan of these deep cut figures, and so like I want
Yep.
Motu to make all of Axel's concepts, no matter if they were from classics or for another line. 2000, I don't know if he did 2000X stuff, but it'd be amazing if all these things kind of saw the light of day.
Yeah, Allison Troy says, I've got a good feeling about us getting any of the concept Snake Man that are in the lineup that Axel shared a few weeks back, especially now that they're showing up on the packaging art.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you guys all remember way back in the early days of our toyhabits.com website, we did a trilogy. It was more of an anthology and a history of all of the cardback teases that we have gotten thus far. And that was uh, early last year. So all of those cardback teases that we had predicted, basically, I think pretty much all of them came out, right? I mean, some of them took time, and some of them had multiple appearances, but eventually they all came out, and it's like as their illustrations were getting more prominent and bigger, we were closer to getting the figure.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were real small, and then they appeared multiple times, and lo and behold, I'm still waiting for Mossman, though. We know he's coming, but we don't
Yeah.
have him in hand yet.
I know, right? I keep trying to look for that listing on Walmart, but I mean, like part of me wants to like, kind of buy into they've switched it up and they're going to make Mossman some other type of exclusive instead of Walmart, because you can't have him be a Walmart exclusive in such a killer box.
It's like such a shame. It's like a tragedy of life or something, like a Greek tragedy. Like you do this
Oh,
incredible
totally.
box and then only for it to show up like folded like a wong at your
The
doorstep.
tragedy of Mossman.
Exactly.
But a lot of love for Stretch Neck in the chat. Joel Coleman says, "Hell's yeah, needed." Yeah, we got Baroness of Toys saying Stretch Neck is rad. Cora is certainly happy to get Stretch Neck and other snake people. Who else? Oh yes, Payne's toy samples. Deep cuts are always good. Need more, please. And yes, Payne's toy samples also has a YouTube channel. So if you have not seen his YouTube stuff, go over and subscribe to his channel as well. So yeah, seeing a lot of love for Stretch Neck in the chat, which is great. Like I would love to see all of these Snake Men get made.
Yeah, I mean, bring them on, and the more deep cuts, the better, because then we can have the line stretch on longer and longer, and they can kind of interspace the mainline characters and kind of the deep cut characters and keep it going. And we want to also say hi to Figuratively Speaking. Thanks for joining us as well. Also, one of our great crew members. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. And I think what people sometimes don't get is like we need some of these figures to continue the line, because if they just ended and just kind of shot the whole vintage line out right from the get-go, it would be gone and we wouldn't be getting figures like this.
Yeah. So. No, I think this is great in the fact that Axel is exploring some of these figures that were lightly touched upon, that were concepts that never came out, and kind of, giving them life and giving them, much more of a backstory and all of that. I think it's wonderful to really create what's needed for people to have interest in these characters.
Oh, totally.
Right. So that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah. Totally is. And all right, let's flash forward to last Tuesday, which is so long ago.
Oh my god, it feels like a million years ago. I don't even remember last Tuesday.
So the next day he releases the card art for. So this is interesting. So when I came across this particular figure, it was renamed the Snake Men Infiltrator, and if we recall, it was originally called the Eternian Guard Infiltrator. So it looks like he had a little rename there, but it teased two things on here. One, which I don't know, it could be a long shot, but it could be, we see the Eternos in the background there in the card art, and so we know that Eternos was another of concept that was held over from classics, and there was also an amazing custom that was made recently by Candle Studio. So I'm excited if they wouldn't that be so cool if like SDC opens and we see this Eternos playset.
It would be awesome. I'm calling that right now, Michael. And didn't I think I told you this last week, because I said there has to be something that's a huge splash at SDCC. We got, Eternia last year, which you can't top that. And we already know Snake Mountain's coming. Pre-orders are set. We're getting in a few months. Like, what could they do to make a huge splash? And something that's never been made, an Eternos playset would be incredible. And with maybe some exclusive figures, like maybe a Royal Palace version of King Randor and Queen Marlena with their thrones, would be incredible. I would love something like that. But this is the third time that we're getting the Eternian Palace teased,
Ooh,
and this is the most prominent it's been seen on the packaging art thus far.
that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, like we need more
Mhm.
play sets, but this would be pretty rad if we got this, because like where are you
Oh
gonna
my
put
god,
all of
yes.
your like Eternian guards and Snakeman infiltrators and things like that, right?
Yeah. They're waiting to guard something. Right now they're in front of Castle Grayskull and they're like, this isn't the right place.
Uh, All Music Fan says Eterna's Palace would be a dream come true. Hopefully next year is the Filmation year. That's actually interesting because we
Mhm.
do have those
Yeah.
leaks, those Filmation leaks. So possibly it's
I
not
mean
this year.
that's an absolutely great tie-in because if they're doing Filmation characters, you got to have a Filmation playset to go with it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Also, the 2000X MYP Queen Marlena is hinted, which is a great segue into this. And I
Mhm.
actually have to give a ton of props to Danny Phillips, who is in the chat. So it's so funny when we are blasting out this toy news, sometimes we miss stuff. And I thought this was Tila in the
Mhm.
background because she was so tiny, but Danny
Yeah.
DM'd me and he's like, nope, this is actually the 2000X Queen Marlena. And it looks
Yeah.
exactly like her from the cartoon.
It totally does. And they're mixing in all of these 2000X characters, so this would absolutely make sense. Not sure how I feel about getting the first version of Queen Marlena in her 2000X look because we
Yeah,
don't even have a regular Queen Marlena yet in the line, and she's only been released in classics. She never had a vintage figure either. So I'd love for her to get the original treatment first, and
yeah,
then they can release a variant of her. But that's just my own opinion.
yeah. I was really surprised
And
to see her in the card art.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say, and the Baroness of Toys says a reminder to smash that like button, y'all. So go ahead and hit it, smash it, crush it, slap it.
Love
just hit
it.
that like button.
That's
Go
great.
ahead, Michael.
No,
I'm filling in for Silver Cake because she's not
yeah,
here
there
to
you go.
make the feature.
Yeah, I agree with Nedum or Needham. Yeah, we definitely and also the Toy
Mhm.
Sorceress, who is the amazing partner that I have. We do need a regular
Aw.
Marlene first. So, they're
Mhm.
kind of pulling what the G.I. Joe Classified series is doing with releasing like a Tiger Force variant before they actually make the standard version.
Yeah.
Which
Exactly. But the difference there is those are more repaints and they could use like the main buck, where these figures I think have a little bit more sculpting or at least accessory differences that would
yeah,
make it difficult to kind of transverse that into
yeah.
backwards compatibility.
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
I,
You know
I,
what I'm saying.
I do the same thing. Allison brings up a great point. Battle Armor Queen Marlena does not require Filmation royalties. Ooh, that is a great point.
That is a great point.
But yeah, I mean, who knows? We got the 2000X King Randor, so maybe this was
Mhm.
something that could have been predicted. But yeah, I guess
Mhm.
I actually never saw this one coming, by the way. So which is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's
It
cool.
was
It's
it
like
was a nice surprise.
Easter eggs. Yeah, it's definitely a nice surprise. Um,
Absolutely.
yes, Robert. How about that? How about a 2-pack with Prince Adam and Cringer? Wasn't that one on your wish list or something we did like either like a
That
couple weeks ago? I think.
That was my number one Filmation pick was Prince Adam and Cringer for the Origins line.
Yes.
For the
Yeah.
Filmation characters, of course. Mhm.
Yes. All right. Let's flash forward. Actually, no, flash back to Wednesday. And so Wednesday, they Roy released the um,
Mhm.
squeeze card art, and so this teased, of course, Rio Blast and Extendar. I think Extendar for the third
Yeah.
time, and
Yes.
yeah, this is such a cool scene.
I love it. Squeeze has his arms just wrapped around all over the place. And isn't it great how Squeeze still fits on standard card back, but like you can tell his bubble's like bigger.
Yeah, he's just stuffed in there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
But
totally. I got no
we've
more
seen
room. I need to
yeah,
get out.
I know, right? It's like you can see him like bust through them. That would be funny if he like put his arms out, so like weaved him out and
Like,
into the
but like
package.
bust through the plastic.
Yeah. be awesome.
That would be cool.
It would be, but I think one tease that I never saw this one coming in this kind of setting, but Rio Blast. I mean, I was gobsmacked when I saw this card art. I was like, what?
I know. I mean, he is a fan favorite. People have been asking for him for the longest time. Thank you, Geek the F out. That's awesome of you. Yes, smash that like, y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all in time for Rio Blast, right? Giddy up, cowboy.
Giddy
This
up.
one's going to be really cool. And Michael, how do you think they're going to treat Rio Blast like blast effects in terms of his coming out of his chest and his legs? Because it
So
is Origins after all.
I know. Actually, so I think they're actually going to be okay because if you integrate the blast effects into the legs, so like if it's exactly like the Origins figure, you can still swap out the legs because they're just those guns are in the cavities of his thighs. And oh, look at that. Silver K is in the house. She is here.
Are here. Hi, Silver K. We were trying to fill in your jokes.
I think we were channeling and she came.
Yeah, we were trying. But it gives me hope that like Snakeface had the little snakes that like popped out of his chest, even though they were pretty thin. So maybe they'll do something with Rio Blast and they're kind of delving into,
Yeah.
And I guess trying to do that.
Yeah, I guess if you recall, like all of these figures were just kind of packed into just a vintage single card. So, he wasn't a deluxe figure back then. So, but I'm trying to think of like, should they add a cowboy hat to him? No.
Oh my God, Rio Blast absolutely needs a cowboy hat. Like that's just something to me that the vintage figure was always missing. I know he's got the little like goggles that like pull down over his head. But when he doesn't have that going, like that whole like head laser piece or whatever, he needs a cowboy hat. I mean, what's a cowboy without his hat?
No, and yes, we are talking about filling gaps, Silver K. So yeah, we're on the same page, Silver K. You're good.
That's awesome.
But yes, I will actually want to scroll up and say hi to Brick Something, who is one of our amazing Toy Habits crew members as well. What is up, Brick? And I had the pleasure of meeting him in real life at a toy show. So we'd live not too far from each other. So it's actually really cool.
Really cool.
Yes. I was actually supposed to go to a toy show with Brick and Silver K, but my son was graduating that weekend. So from high school. So it's like,
you had
darn.
A very busy weekend.
It was very busy, but
that's
I think also
special occasion. Yeah.
Oh, it totally was. But with Rio Blast, it makes Plasmar more of a reality too, because Plasmar, who was created for the Classics line in that 3-pack with Lord Grasp and Terror, that actually makes him a possibility too. So I'm actually really excited that he's finally getting teased.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be an awesome reuse of parts, and will make whatever investment they make into tooling for Rio Blast worth it for them. So bring it on.
Totally, yes. And we'll catch each other next toy show. And actually, we are not going to SDCC this year. It just was not in the cards
because we couldn't get tickets. We wanted to go, but we missed out. They sold out, and I'm in Southern California, so it's not too far from me. And I'm just gonna have to live vicariously through all the other toy tubers, and we'll try and report the best we can.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's what we did last year, but this is, I think it's the toy show by Time Tunnel Toys in San Jose. Sometimes they have it in a city called Pleasanton, which is actually closer to where I live. But we will find another time to kick it at the San Jose toy show. That was fun. Actually, that's where I got the deal of a lifetime with that mega Battle Bone set for $40.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I'll take that.
But all right. So I'm trying to think. What is it? Yes, Rio Blast.
Heck yeah, Baroness of Toys. Heck yeah. Great crew member and a huge friend of the channel. I want to give a huge shout out to the Baroness of Toys and check out her Instagram page as well. wonderful toy photography. And I am so stoked for Rio Blast. Actually, I got my vintage Rio Blast from the Baroness of Toys, who bought me a incredible. Yeah, he looks minty, fresh, complete. So thank you, Baroness, for completing my collection with him.
Oh, Ryan, I really don't want to see this. He doesn't have any Origins figs. He's way behind to start now. Well, DM me because I have some doubles. So if you actually want to start your collection, let me know.
I do too. I do too. We'll just, and I'll get rid of them at cost. I need to make space.
Yeah, I know, right?
Please.
I love this. Rio, pop actor Rio, aka Chuck Norris, fits better on Stridor. Yeah, that is right. I actually never thought of putting him on Stridor. That's funny.
Yeah, me neither. But I mean, that totally makes sense. Like, he's the one who should be writing Stridor, even though, that was Visto's ride. He's got to give it up to the cowboy.
Oh, totally. And then, yeah, it's fun. Rio Blast belongs in the G.I. Joe line. Sorry, that's funny. All right.
He's buddies with Wild Bill. Didn't you know that?
Oh, yes, totally. Bosom buddies. And so
oh my God.
That would be funny. But yeah, so the next day comes around, and so I guess Roy is like, all right, I'm just gonna release all these things this week. And so I think this was this just yesterday that he released the Stridor card art? Yeah, and so that teased Extendar again and Rokkon, which is amazing. So if Rokkon is teased, we're definitely getting Stondar.
Yesterday was a blur because we had a bunch of the Target Geek Out, Summer Geek Out started, and so we were trying to cover that in the morning, and then we got this card out tease kind of shoved in the middle. Yeah. So it was like a news sandwich, and there was just a lot.
It's a news sandwich better than an S sandwich.
Exactly. Yeah, Rokkon is awesome. I don't even have any of these vintage figures. I don't know why. I just never got the chance to acquire them, and I've always wanted to. And I'm the same as you. I can't transform anything, so I think the rock people is probably the best thing for me because it's just like squish.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I know. I think I've demonstrated that a couple times on the channel, but I think I agree with Smetty45. I think Rio Blast and Extendar could be the next wave of deluxe figures. I don't know. What do you think?
Absolutely, because they have that more specialized tooling that will require them to be more expensive. And kind of, if you think about it, obviously Rio Blast has kind of the more accessories to him as part of his little pack out, and Extendar, because of all his parts, that would definitely have to be a deluxe figure. So I think absolutely those could be it. Although I was always hoping that we would get Laser Light He-Man or Laser Power He-Man and Laser Light Skeletor, but I'm gonna have to keep waiting until the Powers of Grayskull come out. I think we're still a little ways away.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, of course. I'll be patient.
Yeah. There you go. I love this. Cora says that Rokkon and Stondar are two characters that she's really looking forward to. That's great. Like it's nice to have stuff to look forward to, and yeah, that's awesome. Pop actor Rokkon were the last figures I remember in my 80s MOTU collection. Yeah, I mean, all of these freaking memories just keep pouring back with these card teases and just looking at these vintage figures.
And I have a question for you, Michael. How do you think Mattel is going to treat the construction of Rokkon?
Oh geez, I hope they do it much better than the classics line, because I was not a fan of how they did it in classics. I really wish
like attachments on it. Yeah, those were bad.
Yeah, so I wish they would just make him like this again. Exactly. Like, forget the part swappability. Like, it would look weird with, I mean, maybe it'd be fun to put Rokkon's arms on He-Man, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to do that.
I don't think there's any need. And part of the cool thing is to like squish him into a rock, and then he opens up into his bionic form or whatever. But we want to give a huge thanks out to Daniel Hearn, friend of the channel. Thank you so much for your super chat. And Serrana calls me Rocky on Rock on every Thursday night.
I think Silver K might have something to say about that.
It's getting spicy in here. Thank you, Daniel.
Yes, thank you, Daniel. Yes, Daniel runs a YouTube channel called Soundtracks with Birdman. If you have not checked it out, go check it
Yep.
out. Um, Brennan, they're like my deluxe pet rock. It totally is. It just sits there.
Aw.
Like these particular figures remind me of that building transformer in the movie Big. It's like, who would want a
Mhm.
building transformer? Who would want a figure that turns into a rock? I don't know, but they're cool.
Exactly. And this is cool because it's like a fun, little fidget toy to just have on your desk. You just
Oh,
kind of,
totally,
open and close. So,
totally. Oh, interesting. Joseph K. I have a feeling that Stondar, Rokkon, Rotar. Oh yeah, Rotar and Twistoid too are going to be
mhm,
something of exclusive, maybe MC or Target. So interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, that reminds me too. With that release of the mini comics Manny Faces art, that's supposed to be an Amazon exclusive, and so
Mhm.
I think it's our first non-exclusive Mattel Creations release. So definitely could
Yeah.
be.
It definitely could. And, Baroness of Toys says Rockon's colors pop and would look rad on our shelves. Absolutely. Having that cool shape and the bright blue and orange colors. I mean, I can't wait to see him. And I hope they incorporate some of that little Vec metal on his accessory.
Oh, totally. Totally, yeah. Silver K, we are getting our rocks off with Rock On, and just want to say a huge hello to Ramen Toy. I think I
Ah,
know that this is probably
Ace
Ace
is here.
watching, so very very happy to see you in the chat.
Hi, Ace. I have to have a conversation with Ace about that Quicksilver figure I got this
It's
week.
all right. Yeah, we'll talk about
That's
that.
another conversation.
But let's see. Uh, Frankie Rivera loves rock. I mean, if you do love rocks, like these are perfect for you. You can have your pet rocks. But like, wouldn't it
Yeah,
be amazing to see these
totally.
figures just come out? Hopefully in the near future. Could you imagine like this is what some of the SDCC booth is going to be like? Eternos and then these figures. That'd be
I would just like lose my S, like I did last year when we got those leaks on the Eternia playset. I was like, oh my god. But if we really got the Eternos Palace, it's never been made before, with all of these different like vehicles parked at it, the little garage for the Road Ripper down on the bottom and the Wind Raider parked in front and all of the little palace guards on there. I mean, that'd just be so
that
cool.
would be amazing. That would
I
be so
know. Now I need even more space.
yes. So if they actually, so we're guessing that they're going to be making at least the vintage figures, and they're probably going to make the Queen Marlena and Stretch Neck. Like, which one of these are you looking forward to the most?
Absolutely Rio Blast. I mean, all of them are really cool, but Rio Blast has got to be my favorite out of the list, out of the five figures there.
Yes. Yeah, I think yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I would actually really love Stretch Neck just because he's just so wacky and he just never got made. So I think that would be the one that I am looking for. Yes, Ramen Toy is hyped to be going to PowerCon, which is great. I wish you would come out to the West Coast so we could hang out in person, but maybe that would be another con another time.
Yeah. And Ace, I'll reach out. I'll reach out to you on a separate note.
um All right.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, so I think so this was basically what Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week, which was just
Hmm.
yesterday. And then let's see, I wake up at what, like 7 in the morning, and there's already like DMs from the toy sorceress with links to some of the Target Geek Out stuff. And so we
I was panicking because I had such an S show with those pre-orders. I tried to order you a set and I tried to order the Baroness a set and then
oh,
everything got canceled. Then my order got canceled. It's a long story. And I was in a panic. But they're still available. I thought they were gonna sell out right away. And apparently they had a limit of one per household, no matter what account that you tried to order it from. If your address was there, you weren't going to get another one. So, yeah, I mean that was good, and that's the reason they're still in stock at Target because they did a good job of controlling the inventory and eliminating the scalpers. on this stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, also too, like, I don't know how many people are going to be buying these particular sets, given like the first go around, there's still like 20 that are in
yeah.
my Target just
Well,
sitting there.
not the Sunman set, not the Sunman set specifically, but not the
Yeah,
Rulers of the Sun set specifically, but
yeah,
really I was more concerned over like Slush
like
Head, and
Slush
I
Head.
already have Whiplash, but Slush Head was one I thought was going to be sold out. So
Yeah,
he's
it's
still
a
there.
really obscure character, so it's like I think that one will be fine. And I guess if history repeats itself, like all of these deluxe figures will just be like shelf warmers or peg warmers too.
Oh
So
yeah,
hopefully we can
eventually,
find
but
them in. But
you know I have no patience. I've
no.
got to get my stuff right away.
You're like it's like Veruca Salt's. I want it now, Daddy. It's funny. But yeah, the Rulers of the Sun pack looks really cool. That Zapman reminds me of the GI Joe figure Psych Out with the satellite dishes on his wrists.
Oh, totally. And then like Holographo looks like he's wearing a giant pepperoni pizza on his
Oh, that's
chest.
right.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
But it's funny because you can see that Zapman is basically a repainted Digitino with new parts, like new armor. And then
Mhm.
Kikto has the flat top Sunman head, and they made a new head sculpt for Holographo. So I
Yeah.
think these are actually pretty cool. So I'm actually
No, I
looking
really
forward
like
to
them.
it.
I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Totally
And
excited.
one thing that eluded me in the card art teases was these little beasts here. So
Oh
one of
yeah.
our viewers and bestie of the channel, Kiko Prime, I hope he's on right now. We were chatting, or actually he was chatting with Fetch, and Kiko asks, like,
Mhm.
those red demons are pretty cool. An army builder pack would be great. Can you post exterior shots of the packaging? And so Fetch replied back and said these demons were from a classic mini comic. So Kiko did one better, and he actually found the mini comic that they came from, and he came from a mini comic that's called Siege of Avion. And actually, I wonder if Toy Habits crew
Mhm.
member Masters of the Mini Comics have done a reading on this one. But
It could
anyway,
be. It could be.
yeah,
Those are very interesting. Yeah. So
yeah. I
we'll
don't know,
see.
like, what would you want these little demons made into like army builder packs or?
You know, I can go either way with it because there's so many other figures to come out, and I would hate for them to like take up a slot. Um, if there were something that was kind of like extra and didn't detract from us getting other figures, then yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know how they work their
yeah.
magic.
But I'm actually happy that they're finishing out the Sunman Rulers of the Sun line with these
Yeah,
three. So I think I forget if
yeah.
there's maybe one or two more. I'm sure Alice and Troy will keep me honest on that one, but I forget. There might
Yeah,
be actually one or two more.
I don't remember. I think these were the last three, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we can double check that.
Yes. Let's
Mhm.
see. We need at least one of. Okay, yeah. All right. Um,
Yeah.
awesome. So yes, thank you, Kiko Prime, for that walk down history lane. But what was also revealed too was Slush Head, which is a super obscure character from the New Adventures of He-Man.
He is weird, but he's really cool, and I love the new adventure characters. And this guy is just one I really wanted in my collection, so I'm glad he was still up and available, and I was able to order my figures this morning. And if you guys haven't gotten them yet, just go to toyhabits.com. We have all the links for you to pre-order these on Target's website. Yeah, and it's great. We both just got our whiplashes this week, also.
Yeah,
What'd you think of Whiplash? Did you open them up? I know you. Oh,
I
I think
did.
you did, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Whiplash looks awesome. Very cool. He's like just a
Yeah,
huge chunky figure.
he is, and I was debating how to display him, and I ended up just putting him in his classic look, even though he
Yeah.
did look cool with his new Eternia armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I still have him there because I just haven't undressed him yet, so I might just grab
Okay.
another one.
Oh,
Who
there you
knows? But
go.
it was
Yeah.
cool to see a Slush Head in package. So I think that this concept for
Hmm.
this figure was awesome. So just kind of turning him into some like
Yeah, he had a
creepy
ton of stuff.
like creepy spider looking dude.
Exactly. Uh,
Yeah, we
that's
definitely
awesome.
like him chunky.
Yes, we do. And Whiplash is extremely chunky. Like, you guys need to make a lot of space on your shelf for him.
Oh,
He takes up
totally.
more room than too bad. Yeah.
Totally. Want to say a quick
Hi.
shout out to the artist Shark. Greetings, my friend. You actually came in at a good time because I think we are moments away from switching over to GI Joe Classified series. So good timing, my friend. We didn't plan that, but anyways, hello. Glad to see you on the
It
stream.
was a great
Yeah,
segue.
yeah,
Hello,
totally.
artist Shark.
But yeah, the Shark actually started doing live streams, so I tuned into one of his over the weekend, and I'm really happy to see him
Yeah.
doing live streams. And I'm sure everybody here knows who he is. If you have not, go over to his channel, The Artist Shark, and sub. He is amazing. GI Joe
Yeah.
content, and actually covers a ton of other toy lines too. But anyways,
Yeah.
lots of
Great
cool.
friend of the channel, and thanks for all his support, and he's always helping us out with information and stuff. So thank you for that.
Ah, the Shark totally planned to have your text. Haha, just kidding. Right. Yeah, sorry, Sharky added me. It was planned. But yeah, so Whiplash also went up for pre-order that day too, but I think probably most people have either gotten him other places or have him on pre-order other places. But if you're so inclined,
Yeah.
if you want to switch your pre-order to Target, it does support the channel if you go through our shop link. So there's
Yeah,
one.
that would be great. And yeah, I know some people got them from Big Bad Toy Store, but I think the release date was a little sooner from Target. So if you
Yeah,
want to help
I
support the channel, go through our link. It'd be great.
yes. I can't wait to see Slush Head. That's actually one of
Oh
the
yeah.
really weird figures I'm looking forward to.
Oh, totally. And big shout out to Ramen Toy for your $100. I guess those are Hong Kong. I don't know what the dollars value is there, but thank you
Oh,
so
good.
much. This is a small
Thank
token
you.
for the MOTU figs that you've
Oh,
gotten me, Michael, and we'll be troubling you to send to my hotel for PowerCon. We'll be in Vegas for Licensing Expo in
oh,
2024, and we can
awesome.
see how to catch up and maybe Joe Fest 24. Incredible.
So, Ace, if you need a +1 for that Vegas licensing expo and you want to bring me, I'm not too far away from Vegas, so just keep that in your back pocket. But appreciate it, Ace. But
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ace.
yeah, appreciate
Ace
it.
is a
But
great friend, great supporter of the channel. Check out his website, all his incredible toys. I know
oh
he
my
has the Machina Gullwing
God, I
shipping
can't wait
soon,
for that.
right?
I
Yeah.
cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
But let's see. All right. So that covers man, there was so much MOTU news that went off this week. Plus, we got
Yeah.
our first unlock from the
Yes.
DragonFly HasLab. So I've backed this
Mm-hmm.
thing. I think you've backed this as well. So really excited
Mm-hmm.
to see
First
this
day.
unlock. Yes.
I was stoked to see this unlocked, and in typical, HasLab fashion, they are, giving an homage to the Sky Striker. I'm looking over that way because my Sky Striker is sitting there. So we got Night Force Ripcord, and lo and behold, our next 13,000 tier unlock was Glenda, which is the figure that inspired the pilot version of Scarlet for the Sky Striker project. So
Oh,
Michael,
awesome.
you did a great write up on Glenda, and you can tell the team who she is, a little bit of her background, and then I'll tell them why she's special to me.
I was gonna ask you too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Glenda, if you're not familiar with this one, because I think this one threw a lot of people and nobody really knew where she
Mhm.
came from, but she was an exclusive figure that was available carded in Argentina by the toy company Plaza Tarama. And
Plastorama.
yes,
Plastorama.
thank you, Plastorama. And they obviously reused the V1 Scarlet body for this figure, but really excited to see.
Hmm. Yeah, and I actually wasn't aware who she was until you did that history on her, and it actually made me very excited for Glenda now because I am also an Argentinian exclusive. I was
Love
born
that.
there, and it makes me. I made that joke right to you and Mega J
Yeah.
because you're like, oh yeah, it was an Argentinian exclusive. I'm like, so am I. But I was born there. I think it's wonderful. I actually have the vintage Argentinian Destro carded for
Yeah.
Plastorama. So getting this figure, and she's in the Argentinian flag colors, blue and white, and then the flag has like a little yellow sun in the middle, so her blonde hair totally completes that look. And then go Argentina! We won the World Cup this past year, so she's going to be really cool in my collection. I can't wait.
That's awesome. I love that they're doing these Euro exclusive figures, and I think what it was, Tiger Force Outback was the first one that they made in classified. So I'm actually happy that they're continuing to remake some of the other Euro exclusive figures.
Yeah, and the Baroness of Toys brings up a really good point here. She said, as I just mentioned, that Glenda's colors represent the Argentinian national flag, and the silver body armor that is on her represents that argent means silver in Latin. I
Oh,
did not know that, so that is actually a really cool fact.
that's very
I
cool, and
hope
it's
this
awesome.
inspires you to back the Dragonfly Baroness. She's
Yeah,
still on the fence.
I love that. The Toy Sorceress is the Argentinian exclusive, right? So that's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. All
Very
right,
cool.
let me see. Oh, Allison was saying that Toy Connections, who has an amazing YouTube
Hmm.
channel, he has a great
He
video on
did
this
a
too.
great video.
You can learn
Hmm.
all about Glenda if you were so inclined. Mr. Neil Hill still wants Airborne. I'm sure you will get Airborne at some point, and maybe he will be another figure that's unlocked in the HasLab. So
Hmm.
very cool. Yeah, I think when I was catching the Sharks live stream over the weekend, I think he is waiting to see what these other unlocks are for before he backs it. And I actually think that's a great idea because, you want to know what you're getting into. So, but I really hope it reaches what is it, 16,000? Sorry. Oh yeah, there we go. 16,000
Yeah.
orders, which is a lot. That's a lot of
I
orders.
have the opposite philosophy, and let me explain why.
Okay,
We're
break it
not
down.
going to get to we may not get to the next tier if people aren't backing it, right? So
Yeah.
backing it does not mean that you are automatically charged for Operation Dragonfly for the HasLab project. You only get charged at the very end of the campaign when it's already funded, but when the campaign ends. So if the next tier unlocks and you're not happy with it, you can always cancel your order. But we're not going to get to that number if people are sitting on the sidelines. If you have any interest in the HasLab, I say jump in now. Let's get the numbers up. Let's see as many unlocks as we possibly could. And if you need to, you could even cancel, I think, up to 24 or 48 hours after the campaign closes. There's a small window they leave you there too
Oh,
to
okay.
cancel your order. So everyone should just get in now if you're remotely interested, and then we can talk, right? So that way we can see the unlocks. But that's just my philosophy.
Yeah, and Ryan brings up a good point too. Like he's also waiting to see what the his tank looks like. So this would,
Mm.
definitely be maybe like I guess their first 6 scale vehicle, or
Yep.
no, sorry,
Yep.
they're sorry, not 6 scale, 6 inch vehicle, for this line. And so
Mm-hmm.
maybe just wants to see what the quality is before. Um, Silver K preach, Toy Sorceress preach. Woohoo! Love it.
Thank you, Silver K. You should have heard me last year for the Sky Striker because I was in total panic mode and FOMO that we were not going to get it. And as you recall, that thing funded like at the very last minute. So I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of this one. We've got it, but I want to see the unlocks, as I'm sure everybody else does. So back it now, and then if you don't like it, then you can back out.
There you back it or back out. The shark says that he has a feeling that they will show us the last tier soon to pick up the pace. Yeah, there was also another person in the chat who wanted to take a poll to find out, Ian 2800, if people are actually excited about this one. I am actually excited about this figure because I love these country exclusive figures because they're so expensive if you want to get the vintage figure. So this would be like you having some homage to history and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And thank you, Speaking Moistly. Yes, Messi did deserve a cup before he retired. So I'm glad he got it.
Yes. All Music fan likes this figure. You know why I like this figure and I wish we can get it to 16,000 is because this means that we might be getting a vintage style Scarlet figure if she gets unlocked. And shout out to Baldylocks Reviews on Instagram. He had the same thought, and he just did a really quick redeco of Glenda in Scarlet's colors.
That's
and
awesome.
we totally need a vintage style Scarlet.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the way to get it because they'll already have the tooling for her. So Ace from Ramen Toy brings up a good question. So if everyone back to unlock and if they canceled later, would the unlock go back to locked if the numbers fall under what the required lock? Yes,
Probably.
it would. Technically, we would not get the figure at the end of the campaign if the numbers fall under. But my hope and my opinion is that if people know what the characters are that they're going to buy into, basically unveiling them because we got enough backers, I think that's going to fuel the campaign that much further that we're going to go way past the 19,000 to get all 4 tiers unlocked. And if you recall, the Hiss tank I think made it up to 28 or 29,000, sailed to the end of the campaign because all their unlocks were shown early and people got excited about them and they all jumped in. So the sooner we get to see the unlocks, the more dragonflies I think will be sold by the end of the campaign. So I don't think we'll have a problem with it. I don't think we'll be like skirting the end if we can get there early enough.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question, Ace.
Yeah, I was looking at the dragonfly numbers, and this is the number when we started this stream. So if we refresh, I mean, it got what, 7 more in about the 50 minutes that we've been on right now. So yeah, we'll get there.
We will. But something I want to point out, Michael, is some people had doubts whether this new unlock was going to fuel any excitement and get the campaign going a little faster. And we can check in on the great chart that Geek Dead Life has if we want to. But if you recall, the night before Glenda was unlocked, we were at 13,000 backers, and that was Wednesday night. So from Wednesday night all the way to today, so we had 2 full days, Thursday and Friday, and half of Saturday, we got over 500 and what was that number again? I haven't refreshed mine. 534 backwards, which is a much faster pace for 2.5 days than we were getting previously to that tier being unlocked. So I think it did help get people excited for the project.
Yeah, totally. I have to say hello to my favorite Sith Lord who, pops into our streams once in a while, Emperor Palpatine. Very nice to see you. But yeah, actually, Ramen brings up a good point. Like, what is holding Hasbro back from showing all the tiers in the first place to encourage the sales instead of keeping the tiers to unlock? I don't know. Like, I'm not a marketing person.
I agree with him. I don't know what the I guess appeal would be to not show them. But maybe they're trying to pace the campaign to drive excitement. I don't know, but my opinion is that once we get that next tier unlocked and we get past a certain point, not to the next number, then they should unveil that next tier to get people excited to get to unlock it. Because we already had Night Force Ripcord shown to us right off the bat, right? So that was before, when we had like 1 backer. So they should just show us the next tier now.
Totally. Yeah, Neil is also curious why they've gone to secret unlocks. Probably some marketing person thought it was a good idea. Whenever I see this, like, I always say it's like it was a bad result of like a focus group or something. That's all I have to say.
I don't know if they're trying to make it like covert because it's like G.I. Joe and like military and like top secret, blah blah blah. But
who knows? But the same week, and so this was actually funny. We got Yojo June.
This happened this week too.
Yeah, I know it's like all this stuff happened this week, and I'm like, when did I think this was Wednesday morning? And you and I were like, is there a YouTube live stream? Is there an Instagram live stream? Are they just dropping the stuff? And then you had DM'd me the Instagram live stream, and I was like, I'm not prepared for Instagram.
I know. And then they dropped it on YouTube like a few minutes later.
Okay.
So it was delayed.
Got it. Okay.
Because I was like, I'm watching this so tiny.
But props to the shark, who, and I hope he is still in the chat though. He released some really cool
Mhm.
images of Tunnel Rat, and also a figure that came out of the blue, which was Desert Commando
The day
Snake Eyes,
before.
a day ahead of the stream. So he got
Mhm.
those
On
images
Tuesday.
sent to him by a source and was really excited to see these. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like one figure was out of the blue, which was Snake Eyes. There was one figure that was a pipeline reveal and had no
Mhm.
digital render, which was Eels, which was funny because they usually have these digital renders. And then
Yeah.
finally Tunnel Rat, who had a digital render as well. So it was really cool to see them.
They totally mixed it up on this one. It was like all curveballs.
Yeah.
And the eel sold out really fast. Um, there
Oh
was a
yeah.
small amount. There was a very tiny amount on Hasbro Pulse, and you and I were both busy trying to get this information out on our website. That within 2 or 3 minutes of it going live, literally we didn't have time to just click over to the Hasbro Pulse website. It sold out. So both me and you were like, "Oh my god, we didn't get one."
Yeah.
And finally, Amazon listed the eel a little bit late, and it was very difficult to find the link for that. Finally, he surfaced. I think the artist shark helped us with that too, if I'm not mistaken. And then we were able to get one, but he sold out right away, within maybe an hour or two on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
And then Hasbro dropped later in the afternoon a few more eels, and those sold out within minutes, which I missed. but but
Yeah.
yeah, this was a popular one and a huge army builder. People want a bunch of eels swimming around.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I'm actually I'm gonna bring this in right now, but let's see if I can get this to work. Can we switch to it? Oh, I'm not even watching my screen. There it is. So there was a Desert Cobra pack that was released as a fan channel exclusive, I think, or big bad toy store and Entertainment Earth. But I think Ramen was asking like, what was Snake Eyes ever in the desert colors from the original source material? I don't know, but I know that there
I
was a
don't think
desert
so.
pack released uh, by
Mhm.
Hasbro when they were doing their 25th and 50th anniversary molds. So
As a matter of fact, I think Lenny mentioned that Snake Eyes has never been done in this desert colors, and that he thought it was kind of a fun theme to carry out because we already had Dusty, and he thought it was going to be neat to translate Snake Eyes into these colors with like the polarized lenses
yeah.
and all of that jazz. So this is new. This is absolutely a new look for him.
Yeah, definitely a new look. I'm actually not buying this one because I have too many Snake Eyes and I just don't want any more, but it's
Yeah.
definitely cool, and I think probably opens the door to a ton more desert repaints,
Hmm.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we need some desert vehicles to go with it. I'm just kidding. Too
Yeah,
many. They're too big.
yeah. Carly Weaver, totally. Yeah, he's one of our Toy Habits crew members. What is up? Why
Hmm.
make Army Builders exclusives? This has puzzled me
Hmm.
so much when they do this. So
Yeah.
obviously, he's talking about eels. I like this little image of eels' kind of crooked knee because that's also
Oh, I know. A lot of people brought that up. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it was just his leg was turned or something when they took the photograph.
I don't
But
know.
they had. I don't think they had any. Did they have limits on this on Hasbro Pulse? They might have had a limit of
Yeah.
one,
Yep.
but not on Amazon. I know people bought multiples,
Yes.
and it sold out right away too. But longer. It did last quite a bit longer on Amazon.
Yeah. This
Mhm.
one, made, I think this one made the appearance in the hot tub as a little kid, of course, because he's a
Aw,
water Cobra person. So
yeah.
this one has a special place in my heart, and I just think that they executed it very well. It's basically just like the little 3 3/4 inch figure on steroids. It's really
Mhm.
well done.
Oh, totally, totally. I had this one too, but he was all like loosey goosey, and I couldn't get his limbs tight. And I think I eventually ended up selling him because of that. But he's an awesome figure, and I can see somebody setting up like just an aquarium scene with the eels swimming around and torpedo coming in, and I mean that would be super
That would
cool.
be awesome.
Like makes me want
Pain
to get a fish tank just for that.
Totally. Payne's toy samples. I don't know if this is referring to eels or snake eyes, but I think I would love to see you do something with either of these figures. Payne's toy
Hmm.
samples is a cool customizer. He makes
Yeah,
some really cool stuff. So that's awesome.
yeah.
Um,
I did order Snake Eyes, but probably because I always get FOMO, like, oh, I might
yeah,
miss out, and then I'll decide
I
later if I want to keep them. But I pre-ordered them just in case.
yeah, I do that. I did that with that Ninja 2-pack that was on Amazon when
Oh
it got
yeah,
discounted, and I bought it, and I was like, I really don't need this, and just returned it. And I also did that with Kamakura too. I was like,
I
I
remember. Yeah,
sorry, Kamakura fans,
I
like
know
it,
you don't. You're
who's
not a
not digging the
ninja
figure,
person.
but I tried. I tried.
I know you did. I know you did. I
Wow,
actually
there's a
have
lot
one.
of people that are buying multiples of these. I love this.
Oh,
Ryan Cole, who's a Toy Habits crew member. I usually don't army build, but I had to get 4 of these. I got 4 too from Amazon
oh,
because
did you?
right when I
Oh,
checked
awesome.
out on Hasbro Pulse, it said sold out. So like bummer.
Wow.
But
I
yeah,
got
also
2.
I think Amazon dropped the ball on these ones too because they didn't put up
Hmm.
this link until like 45 minutes to an hour after
Yeah.
like all the
Yeah.
pre-orders dropped, and we were like refresh, refresh,
Hmm.
refresh. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
That's why we
they
were all
put up
panicking because we missed out on
exactly.
Hasbro. We both missed out.
They put up Desert Commando Snake Eyes before they put up Eels, and I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?"
It's incredible. Sometimes we're so busy trying to get the news out that we don't order stuff for ourselves the
Yeah,
first few minutes, and then we like tend to miss out on things sometimes because we're like, oh, we got to get the news out to the community. See, that's
yeah, exactly.
how unselfish we are. We want to inform you guys first.
Yeah, Pulse sold out under 4 minutes. Amazon was supposed to be 2 p.m. Eastern, then went up at 1:30. Okay, all right,
Oh,
all right.
well, that explains it.
Yes,
Yeah,
totally explains
yeah.
it. So
Sold
I
out in
was
like
like,
10
all
minutes.
right.
Wow.
But yeah, very cool. Yeah, and we got to see this figure before it was shown
Hmm.
on the stream, thanks to the artist Shark. So yeah, totally looking forward
Yeah.
to Tunnel Rat. Looks awesome.
Thank you, Artist Shark, for that sneak peek the day before. That was
Yes,
awesome. We got to see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also Desert Commando Snake Eyes too. Like that was such a
Hmm.
curveball.
Oh, totally. I was like not expecting it at all, like
Yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah,
But he
but
looks great. I can't wait for him. And homage to Larry Hama. So you got to get this figure.
yeah, right. Yeah, I thought he comes with some really cool gear, like the night vision goggles are so neat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think the only thing that is weird are these little knee pads, but I think I can get past that. But
yeah,
yeah, really
yeah.
cool figure.
Maybe it's better if they just did knee pads rather than like trying to match. The knees and the elbows have been a slightly different color, like off color lately on these figures. So I know they're trying to use like some different plastics, and those are made of a harder plastic, so they haven't been quite matching. So the fact that they did something different with them, like
Yeah,
purposefully, I think is kind of good and maybe helpful.
yeah, maybe,
And
but
he needs
yeah,
knee pads to go, crawling around the tunnels and stuff like that. So it makes sense.
the shark. This is a little behind the scenes of what goes on in YouTuber's life. I was brushing my teeth when I saw Tunnel Rat and recorded the video with toothpaste in my mouth. That's awesome.
That's
Love
hilarious.
it.
Yeah,
But
we need to do like a life in the day or like, background stuff of what goes on when we're
I know,
trying to get
right?
this news out.
Little, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it would probably freak some people out.
Mm, like me driving sometimes and trying to.
Oh geez, yeah, that that
Oh my god,
that worries me. I'm always like, just focus on the road, please.
I know.
But
Trying to
what I'm
multitask,
really
shouldn't do that.
what I'm really excited about with this release of Tunnel Rat is we are probably going to get a repaint Tiger Force Tunnel Rat, which was a UK
Hmm.
exclusive, and this is one of my favorite
Yeah.
UK repaints, and so I am actually looking very forward to that when they actually do this, if they do it.
Oh, that's gonna look great. I mean, he has some incredible colors there, so can't wait to see
Yeah.
what that looks like.
Yeah, this was another
Hmm.
regrettable sale. Like, I think I've owned this figure maybe
Ah,
3 times, and I keep buying, reselling, and now I'm just priced out. Like,
oh no.
I had the whole UK Tiger Force line and in
I
3 3/4,
know. I can't believe
and
that.
I was like, "Oops."
Oops.
I know. I do that
Yeah.
sometimes, but yeah, I'm trying to fix that now and just kind of put stuff in a box and just stick it in the garage and see if I miss it.
Hmm.
And if I don't, then it goes on the
Yeah.
chopping block.
Exactly.
Totally.
That one's gonna look
But
really cool.
yes, but yeah, that was it for Yojo June stuff for this past week. So can't wait to see what. Oh, geez, that means that there's stuff coming next week too. So
I think it's supposed to be like the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. The next drop,
yeah,
the 24th and the 28th.
yep,
Right.
yeah, which
Yeah.
means we'll be working our butt off along with the shark, trying to get all this stuff out. And I hope the
But at least
shark.
the 24th is a Saturday, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully the shark can get some, or yeah, the shark or Chaz the Guru. They have some good sources that send them some cool stuff. So I think it's
Yeah.
cool. Oh, sorry. I think we are at the 21st and 28th. So
Oh, the 21st. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought the 24th. Okay, well that makes it a little more complicated, but we'll get it taken care of.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like we have day jobs, so
yeah, we do. Oh, every Wednesday. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was G.I. Joe Classified series. So moving on to Mondo had some really interesting things show up on Instagram, especially this behemoth of a Beastman prototype, and really appreciate Toy Shiz for taking extremely detailed photos. Like, you don't know how many photos I run across of people at these events, and the photos are just not great. And so he took the time and actually took some really good pictures. But man,
that's awesome.
This thing looks awesome.
I know. It's like, Mondo, take my money.
I know, right?
And then they went and revealed Skeletor with all of his various different looks, like every single look that he has had in 40 years with all those accessories and stuff. It's like, oh, it's going to be a hard month.
Oh, it totally is. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree with Country Gentleman. Mondo is killing it with MOTU, but I mean, look at the details
I know
on this thing. It's insane for a 6-scale figure.
That the furry vest, the little, medallion he's wearing, his like shoulder armor, even he has fur around his wrist gauntlets too, right? Like underneath,
yeah,
which looks so cool.
Yep. There's fur everywhere. Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
awesome.
No, I mean, like, look at his wrist gauntlets too.
Yeah.
Like, that is awesome. I haven't seen that before.
Cool.
And then is that, it looks like an actual kind of like faux leather for his loincloth.
Yeah, and then like there's like rope tied to a bone, and like the skull here. Like, there's so much freaking detail.
Oh my God. He is really cool.
What is up, a punk with toys? You just missed our G.I. Joe segment. Sorry, my friend, but hello. If you haven't seen a Punk with Toys YouTube channel, go head over. Talks about G.I. Joe and some other properties as well. Very entertaining person.
Yeah, he has been doing some really cool toy reviews lately. Totally been enjoying those. Make sure you check out his channel. Good friend of our channel, A Punk with Toys. Head over there.
Yes. Tell Mondo Beastman that I don't want a balloon. I don't care if they float. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Let's try and go back and see. I'm not. Oh, is it because he has so many spikes on him? I don't know.
He's supposed to float? I don't understand.
Tell me more, Mr. Dave.
Yeah. Did you notice that one of his spikes on his shoulders, on his left shoulder, is broken? Like it got like chopped off in battle?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I like symmetry sometimes, and it doesn't look
weird
to me. But I mean,
me too. I mean, I know what they were trying to do with it, but I don't know if I agree with it.
Oh, thank you, Jason. I think it might be an Evil Clown reference. Yeah, he actually does look like, it's like he has his face painted like a clown. From It.
And even the fur, how it's sculpted on his beard, like just looks so detailed.
It looks insane. And then they go ahead and they drop this guy too, which is I think coming out for pre-order June 10th. June 20th. Yeah.
In 3 days. And it's a 10-day window, so it's a timed edition. So you'll have 10 days in order to purchase them. And then he's got a whole bunch of accessories that are exclusive to this timed edition. But if you decide not to buy him here, I think he's going to go up on fan channels at a later date without those accessories that are marked as exclusive. But it's probably only going to be, I don't know, maybe $30 or $40 less.
Yeah.
So, and it's up to you if you if you think it's worth pre-ordering him now. But I think it's a spectacular deal to get him with all
Yeah.
this pack out.
This Skeletor is unbelievable. Like, I was not impressed with their
Yeah.
first version of Skeletor, and I was just
Oh,
waiting
no,
for them
no,
to
no. I didn't
redo
get
it
that
like
one.
they did He-Man. So I think
Oh, I
this is
know.
insane. Like, so Terror Claw's battle armor, regular,
Hmm.
and Dragon Blaster. It's
Dragon
like,
Blaster
and plus his vintage
with
look.
a
It's like you get 5 things in this. It's amazing.
yeah, and you get an Alcala version of his head, and you
That's
get a
crazy.
soft goods cape, and a soft goods hood, and a plastic hood, and a freaking fully articulated dragon, which is like a
Yeah.
pet for him, so he can wear it on his shoulder and drag him around. Like it's
Yeah.
a bonus figure you're getting with this.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I just looked in the corner. There's 71 images of this thing. I'm not going to go through them all, but I mean, just
No,
this, like, the
that's fine.
detail on the armor and the family jewels, armor as well, and also the shin armor is
Yeah.
fantastic. So much detail here. I mean, it is like, I would actually just, if you're gonna buy it, buy this one and don't wait. Don't wait for
Hmm.
the dumbed down version that doesn't have all this
Yeah,
stuff.
it's definitely
Cool.
not worth it. Like you should, if you're gonna get them, like you gotta get them with all of these different various looks to it, because there's so many display options, and with all those different heads he comes with, the pet dragon alone, I mean,
Yeah,
that thing is like just so cool.
uh,
I
it
can't
is
believe it.
awesome.
And did you notice that Mondo did an homage to many of the mini comic images with some of these photographs, especially where he's wearing his Alcala head or battling against He-Man?
Oh, I
They
didn't.
they
That's
just did
awesome.
a wonderful job.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. I mean,
Yeah, so there's
so many things.
yeah, like that battle armor has just incredible amount of detail, and the different striking on his battle armor goes on just like the He-Man one does, with the different plates that are magnetic that just stick to his chest.
This shot just looks so creepy. Like, I could, like, this is a
Oh my
nightmare.
god, yeah. Yeah, I won't display him like that.
You know?
I don't think I'm gonna display him with that look. But yeah, the Dragon Blaster armor is incredible, with
Yeah.
the real chain on it, and the Alcala version. This is a image out of one of the mini comics as well.
Oh,
And I
cool.
think Yotengo Poder posted some really nice images, like comparing the different photographs with actually the mini comic views as well. And they did a really cool job of recreating them. And there's another one where like Skeletor has his hands like kind of up, looking back, and it's posed exactly like the mini comic, which just looks really really cool. In his
Yeah.
with his Alcala head, that was one of
Oh,
my
neat.
favorites. Kind of sold me.
Cool. Yeah, I think this dragon is insane.
There's the
It's just
dragon.
unbelievable. So cool.
Yeah, love that. And just getting to see like He-Man battling it out with Skeletor together, just is really cool. And that the axe that he has there with the battle
Mhm.
armor set, that's an homage to I think an axe he had in the Filmation cartoon with that orb
Oh, cool.
on the top of it.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that was pretty cool that they brought that in.
Yeah, so many. Yeah, and definitely agree with Eddie. Yeah, the
Mhm.
photographs are amazing here. Is it Raul? I can't pronounce his last name, but
Yeah.
does amazing photography.
Hmm. Incredible, just incredible. They had a huge diorama set up with the castle and all the rock formations to shoot this, and it looks great.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna display him in his Dragon Blaster form because I think that just looks so cool with the Thunder Punch
Oh
He-Man.
yeah. Oh my
So yeah,
god, totally.
oh, so
That is,
cool. Oh my
look at
gosh,
him, and he's got an articulated jaw.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
nuts. Jeez.
both of them do. The dragon does as well, which is really incredible. This is
Oh
the
yeah.
finished shot from I think maybe the first mini comic, the way
Yep.
you first see Skeletor drawn on there. Hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
getting I need this one. So I'm actually glad that they
yeah,
remade him because it's so freaking good.
I know they did an incredible job.
It's so awesome. All right, since we are on the topic of Mondo, I'm just gonna show everybody the Anti-Eternia He-Man that came for me while I was on vacation. So I think what I have
Oh
to
yeah.
do, what I have to do here is, um, I actually need to switch my camera because the version that we're using does not allow me to have multiple cameras. So just let me. Actually, I need to turn on some lights first so everyone can see.
Shall I
All
hum
right.
some like hold music for you while you do that? I'm totally
No,
kidding.
oh, hopefully. Oh, shoot. Did it lose? Oh, no, it didn't lose connection.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
We see it now.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to go to the lightbox view, and you are actually going to be on screen, and I am not. So I'll just beam a voice. But
We can
yeah.
hear you, so that's all good.
Okay. But this particular version, it's basically a repaint of the deluxe and the standard version of He-Man. But I wanted to point out some really interesting differences. If you notice, the loincloth on here is like super fluffy. So I think one of the things that
Oh,
bugged
good.
people was it's like I think we opened our regular He-Man, and I think did this freeze? Did my camera
It did.
freeze?
It did.
Okay.
It freezed.
Bummer. All right, let me see if I can get this to unfreeze again. If not, oh, here we go. All right. Okay, let's see. If we
Oh,
can,
now you're moving. Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
yeah, that's much better.
great. Yeah, it's much better. It's super
It's much
fluffy. Like
better.
we were unhappy with the matted look of the
Yeah.
first deluxe He-Man. But yeah,
That looks
it's very
so
cool.
much better.
Yeah, the translucent parts are very cool on here. Like especially the axe is very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
then
That looks great, actually.
the battle
And look
armor
at the
too.
armor.
Yeah, and it
Wow.
comes with like the magnetic, H's that come on.
That's awesome. So you can kind of see his like black chest through the
Yeah,
back of that. So it gives it like a really neat look. That's awesome.
yeah, it's
When
very
he's wearing
cool.
it.
And then yeah, especially like the shield is really neat. And it's funny because I was debating on this one. It's like, do I need an Anti-Eternia version? But then when I saw it at DesignCon, I was like, I gotta have this one too. But
I didn't get this one because I got PTSD from my He-Man breaking in half.
I know
when I first opened him, so I was like, I'm not getting it. Oh yeah, that's cool. So it's got both heads. Both the vintage head
style
and the
head. Yeah, the vintage style head actually has white pupils, which are kind of hard to see on camera.
Oh yeah, I can see that. And the other ones are red.
Yeah. Nice. And then it comes with that Thunder Punch effect.
Oh, nice.
Too. So,
that's very cool that you can swap out instead of a hand.
Yes. All right. I'm going to come back to everybody. Just let me. All right. I need to switch my.
That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Michael.
Oh, sure. That was fun.
Great. That was fun.
But yeah, I mean, Mondo's knocking it out of the park with all this stuff. So yeah, I definitely agree with Ryan. I want Mondo figs bad. The only bummer is like they're so expensive, but you can see why they're expensive. Like if you look at the Beastman, like there's so much there, and also the Panther too. Like we got to see some shots of Panther or Skeletor on Panther in some of these shots too, which I don't have really good, but they're awesome. They are so good. But
love that.
Yeah. So cool. And then all right. So we got MOTU Origins, Mondo, G.I. Joe Classified series. And then there's all the stuff that's coming out with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's like, where are these coming?
So there's this new Seth Rogen movie, TMNT Mutant Mayhem, that is coming up, showing up in stores now. So I actually got a tip off by one of these lucky collectors, and I went out and did a toy hunt today, and I found one of each figure, but I did not find the pizza van, which I'm still looking for. But I was able to pick out quite a bit of these, and I just before the stream got the links from Amazon so you can pre-order them, but so a lot of these were already wiped out, And this was actually at a Kohl's department store. This photograph, of all places that you would not think would have Turtles figures. There's Leo, and I even got here's Ralph. I'm running out of space now that you got me on big screen. There's Mikey. I have not opened any of these yet. There's Donnie with his little glasses, which looks really cool. Leo, which I held up before. Oh. And then I got a couple of the villains. So here's Leatherhead, which is really neat. And God, I bought out just the rest of the figures they had. There's Rocksteady. And of course I had to get his buddy Bebop. So these look really cool. They were only $9.99 a piece, Michael. So an incredible, value for action figures these days, because you don't get figures of this size and with all these accessories for $10. Unheard of. I mean, you get little tiny guys. So, Playmates is doing a great job. But I went out and I got those, and they look great. And they're 4.5 inches tall. But let me see if I've got to have an Origins figure sitting behind me here somewhere. So if you want to see how they scale with Origins, but this is Bebop. They scale pretty good. They're a little shorter, but I think they'll work if you so choose to use them that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really cute, and the pizza van's awesome because it's got a giant slice of pizza. If you look at that photograph there, they had 3 or 4 boxes when this photograph was posted to Facebook. And when I got there, they were all gone, and most of the figures were gone too. So I was only able to get one each.
Oh, that's all right. I can look at my Kohl's for you.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm in search of a pizza van if anyone finds one. But this thing's really cool. There's a giant slice of pizza on the top, and when you hit it, the little side door opens up. You can sit a turtle in that side seat, and then it's got a little machine there where it spits out pizzas. It's battery powered, I believe, and it spits out pizzas from it. So you can shoot them over at knock over Bebop and Rocksteady with it. It's super cute.
That is cute.
The other one you were just showing was a special pack that's shaped like the turtle van, and it's got like the 4 turtles in it with April O'Neil and mutant ooze covered Bebop, and I believe Donatello's driving in the front there. Yeah,
so cool.
Really cool.
It's so funny. I haven't seen a huge release of these, and it's like seeing like all like this huge shot of like all the stuff on the pegs is really, really cool, because it's like sometimes we don't get to see them. It's like all I see is maybe one figure, and that's it.
And that was a Kohl's department store. It's not like they're known for carrying toys.
Yeah.
But all of these were gone. They just had the large turtles left, and then one of each of the figures, which is what I bought here.
Yeah, I agree with Frankie. Lad, $9.99. You really can't beat that. It's like, I think this is what some of these figures should cost anyway at retail, is $9.99. But, yes,
absolutely. These are so much fun, and the pizza wagon looks really cool, and they do look great. Like, I love it. Thank you, Berenice.
Yeah,
I would have picked you up a set if I could find a second one, but I didn't.
Yeah. Brick something says, another amazing crew member. The van looks great. Really hoping this movie sparks a new generation of love for TMNT toys and stuff. Totally agree with you, my friend, on that one. But
it's been a long time since we got cool turtle toys. They've been great at re-releasing the retro figures of the, basically the same molds that they had from back in the 80s, which I love, and you've picked me up a few of those.
Yes.
And they're great. And thank you so much for that. Michael's always on the hunt for the retro turtle figures. I'm looking for the next wave. I haven't found those yet. But there was an iteration that I think was based on a new version of the Turtles on Nickelodeon a few years ago, and they were really stylized differently, and I wasn't a fan of them. So I'm glad that they've made them cuter again, kind of more to what their classic look is, but a little edgy for this new animated movie.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, they're just starting to hit shelves now. They haven't really come out, and as I told Michael this morning, they're hard to find at the moment, but I'm hoping that they'll be around all over the place very soon.
That's cool. My buddy's custom is either getting these turtles for my Origins or a set of the 2012 Turtles, but I think I'll get these either way because I love the look of them. Yeah, they look great actually.
Yeah.
Like I love this.
They
I love
do.
this.
They're really cute, and we found the links to all of the turtles on Amazon.com. If you go to toyhabits.com, we have the article I just posted before this, so you can pre-order them through Amazon. Mikey looks like he was sold out. The rest of the turtles are available for $9.99, and they come out I think on the 25th of this month, so really soon. And also Amazon, there's another article there, has a 4-pack of all the villains to Amazon exclusive. So you can get Bebop, Rocksteady, Leatherhead, and Superfly in a 4-pack. And
So
that
cool.
also comes out on the 25th. Yeah, they're
That's
really
so
cute.
cool. It's like I don't follow the turtles at all, and like I just see like all the stuff coming through of like turtles, and I was like, where is this coming from? So cool.
I know, and Seth Rogen did this movie, so that's like really awesome. I think he had a
Oh, that
fun
is neat.
fun
Yeah, the
job.
villains look really neat.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a kind of a little bit of a new take, especially with Rocksteady's design there with the big hump on his back, because he doesn't look like that normally. So they kind of stylized him a little bit, and Leatherhead
Oh,
as
that's
well.
cool. So cool.
Yeah.
Frankie Rivera, another Toy Habits crew member. My 5-year-old nephew loves the show. That's awesome. It's so cool to see like the younger generation getting into the stuff that we were into as kids. So I'm actually glad that they're doing that for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the kids are actually going to love these, and they're only $10 each, and they look pretty sturdy, so that they can go and have fun and bang them around, and
That's
they'll
awesome.
last quite a long time.
That's cool. Too bad Dad's planning to get these for his 6-year-old to introduce him to turtles. That's awesome. So cool.
Aw, that's
My
awesome.
buddy's customs. I'm glad they made turtles actual teenagers, right? Because isn't that what they were in the beginning?
Yes, they totally were teenagers. It's funny you say that. I mean, I think one of them, I can't even reach it because I threw him on the floor. But I think, the one that really looks like a teenager, you got, Donatello with his like little headphones and his little glasses. And he totally looks like an adolescent. Like, it's great. Super cute. And they come with a little baby turtle packed inside the package too, like a little companion turtle, which is nice.
That's so cute. Yeah. But Bash Studios, sorry, no, you're never late, my friend. But I'm glad you have a favorite turtle. Of course, he's named after me, so it has to be your favorite. But Clint, I think you're gonna have to explain this one. Clint Jorgensen, another fabulous Toy Habits crew member. When I think TMNT, I always thought Ice Cube. All right, I think you're gonna have to drop that.
Yeah.
Frankie's
you mean Vanilla Ice?
That's awesome. But
Vanilla Ice was a huge TMNT fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. A Punk with Toys. We need a GI Joe line like this that brings kids back into the brand. Like I don't think the Frankie got it. Okay, enough said. But a Punk with Toys. Yeah, like I would love it if they would make a GI Joe line that would get kids into this, because I mean mine are too old now, but for the younger generation, like, because I don't think the classified is going to do it.
Well, that's something that Turtles has been really good at, Michael, is refreshing the look of the characters every so odd years. They retain kind of their basic classicness, but they always have a fresh take, and with various different animated series, and different movies coming out. But this one's really cute, and I think they did just a really great job at making them look like a lot of fun. They're really bright, and they did an homage to the large 12-inch turtles that you see there, like up on the back in the posts. They're going to do like the giant versions as well, and they also have vehicles. So there's a little like kick cycle there, so it's a cycle that you can put Leo on there. He has I think a sidecar on one of those. I don't know if it's that set. There's 2 different motorcycles. That one's that's a regular one, but you put Leo on that cycle, and then if you press the pizza in the back, he kicks, and it keeps showing poor Bebop. He kicks Bebop off to the side, like with his feet, which is really cool. And then there's this other cycle that comes with Ralph, and that one's got the sidecar. It's like more of a scooter, and you can sit like Mikey in the sidecar as well, which is really cool.
Oh, neat.
So they did some fun stuff. And there's the giant turtles right there. They're all reasonably priced. There's talking turtles that like talk, but the giant turtles are like $25, and The talking turtles I think are like 15, something like that. They're like a little bit bigger scale. I think they were like
That's really
five and a
cool.
half inches or maybe a little taller. But the basic figures are actually really cute. So
They are. Yeah,
mhm.
you did a great job covering all this stuff. And yes, and finding all the Amazon links, because that's part of the problem too, is like finding all
Mhm.
this stuff, where to buy it, and we're trying to make life easier for everybody by just posting all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And there's some cool sets there too. That's got like the turtle as they grow up, so you can see them like as the unmutinized baby turtle, and then a little kind of adolescent turtle, and then the teenage one. So
Oh,
there's
that's neat.
some
Are
cool
those
subsets that they've made.
I'm trying to see like is that oh, it's like is that one here or
That
is
was
it
on
on
the one popping up on store shelves
Oh, okay.
in the yeah
It's
the other
close.
article. But
Little baby turtles are so cool.
oh my god, yeah, that's what I was going to show you. It's on the other article where that it's coming out, like that they've been showing up in stores.
Yeah, it's this one.
I didn't even know that set was available, but
Oh, that's cool.
that one looks really cool.
Oh, is
There
this a
you
little
go, that
baby
one
one?
right there.
Okay, all right, all
Yes,
right.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
cool. Yeah,
That's the one.
they're so
So you can
cute.
see
All
it's
right.
like how he like mutinizes, I guess, because
Uh,
they were covered in ooze. They were little baby turtles, and then they turned into, the Ninja Turtles that
oh,
you see there. So it's a set with all three that you can kind of recreate that, and they glow in the dark.
oh,
Those
that's so
figures glow in the dark. I
that's
know
awesome.
because they got ooze on them, so that's
Oh,
pretty neat.
so depending on if I like the movie, I actually could get into these. So
Oh wow, that's awesome! Finally, that's
I know,
like
right?
that is so cool. I have to open these up and then start to you know
Make me
uh
jealous.
what's it called? Yeah, I'm a bad influence. I'm going to influence you.
Oh, geez, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good. But yeah, all of these
so
are
adorable.
up on Amazon. Yeah, so if you just go to the website, you can just find these really easily and you
Mhm.
don't have to dig around Amazon for them. So thank you, Toy
Yeah,
Sorceress, for
not
covering
a
these
problem.
and
Oh,
surfacing all of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle goodness.
yes, and as soon as I find some of those multi-pack links, we'll be adding them as well, and any of the vehicle um, sets as well. I haven't dug up any of those, just the four turtles and the four villain packs so far has shown up on Amazon. I keep checking Target and Walmart sites, so as soon as I find any links, we'll get them back up on our site for everybody
Yes.
to start buying.
Yes. Yeah, and I guess one other thing that we've discovered yesterday was just all of the Walmart listings too for the Masters of the
Oh
Universe
yeah.
or the Masterverse Wave 10 figures. So I think they had Web Store up a while ago, but they've just
Hmm.
added Prince Adam and Horde Skeletor and Clamp Champ. Of course, they're always not in stock, but if you prefer Walmart, I don't know who does, but you can also find these on Walmart too.
Exactly. They
But
were a little late to the party on that one because they've been a
yeah, they usually
pre-order
are. And like
everywhere.
it sucks because when we find these links, it's like they're never in stock. And so like I want to find these when they're in stock and then people will go gaga over them.
Yeah, I know. And then they were when they were in stock, they were so late, like with the last wave, that and they were more expensive too. I don't know if
Yeah,
there were party sellers that were selling them on there. So Walmart
probably.
themselves have had a hard time catching up with the Masterverse figures, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brick says that new Revelation Prince Adam buck is very exciting to him. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I like that they went with that little slimmer buck. So it's awesome.
Hmm.
It's very cool. You can never get enough MOTU over here. So
Yeah. Awesome.
very cool. All right. Anything else that we have to cover off on today? I think we've
I
covered
I
quite a bit.
think we've got everything. Oh my god, it's been an exciting week. So many things have happened, so much toy news. Um but yeah, next week. Oh, I did do a little review. I want to give a shout out to Palatoy Toys
Oh yeah.
who does or they're called Palatoy, but it's a homage to the British Palatoys company that did vintage Star Wars, and there was an incredible Death Star detention block playset that they have produced. They are a custom toy maker just starting out, and so they did this awesome playset that looks like recreating the scene in the detention block when Luke and Han sneak in their stormtrooper outfits to go rescue Leia. And it's basically a vacuum formed plastic base with a cardboard backdrop. And so one room is the control room where they go and try and rescue Leia, and it's got a little desk in there. And then the other side is the tractor beam that Obi-Wan goes to turn off, and encounters a couple of stormtroopers. So there's some really great illustrations on that little backdrop that are a wonderful homage to the old Palatoy Death Star playset. If you remember that, the old Palatoy Death Star was like kind of these 4 big pieces of cardboard that were in a circular form, and they had really cool artwork with varying plastic pieces that connected it. So Palatoys that made this, Paleetoy, did a fantastic job at homaging the artwork.
Yeah.
And he even included a Death Squad commander illustrated in the control room, and then 2 stormtroopers are on the other side of that door where the tractor beam bay is, which looks really cool. So I totally love it. And Lee Gregory from across the pond is the creator of this set. He's coming out with a lot of other ones. Shipped this out to me super fast, and I just want to give him a big thanks. I wanted to support his great work that he did, so I purchased one of these from his website. Sent him a DM just to let him know, hey, I think your work is fantastic. I'm going to review this on our website because I think you do wonderful work, and I just put this together for him because I think he deserves the credit, for doing this incredible work. And this is just a custom toy maker. I mean, he started out. I don't know if this was his first set that he made, but now he's making a whole bunch of other ones he's got planned. So great for him. It started out with just, I think, him playing around with some stuff and asking the fans questions on Facebook last year.
Awesome.
And now he's doing this. So
yes,
it's so cool.
Frankie, very dope. Question to circle back from Bash Studios, if he's still on. Hey, Michael and Tor Sorceress, have y'all seen the 4-inch turtles in stores like storage shell turtles? And
yes, the retro ones I have. Target has a lot of the storage shell turtles. I know those are a few that you had bought me, Michael. They're still in stores, and the retro turtles with the previous wave that had like Leatherhead and Krang and Shredder. I forget who else was in there. They're still showing up at Targets. And Walmart now has a new wave that has Genghis Frog and I forget which the other ones, Wingnut and some other ones are showing up now at Walmart, but I have not found those yet.
Okay. It's like you're speaking a foreign language. Like, I have no idea.
I know. You have no idea which ones I'm talking about.
That's totally fine. Why we compliment each other. That's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But yeah, very cool stuff. Yeah, it's funny when I saw that Death Star thing, I was like, that totally looks like a legit product that Hasbro would put out, and probably better because it's from a customizer.
And it's really nice quality. The base is like really thick, made out of a nice thick cardboard. I can actually bring it to the screen if you give me a second. Hold on a sec.
Oh yeah. There, elevator music. But yeah, so much news, so much stuff to cover every day. What are you grabbing actually? So I think she took her earbuds out, so she probably can't hear me. But yeah, maybe we can look at this Death Star set was pretty dang cool. I think I might have to get one of these if it ever comes back in stock. But
sorry,
that's all right.
I know my speakers are still on. I'll turn my camera on in a second. I had to climb over my McDonald Land playset, which is on the floor right next to me. I didn't want to step on it. So I'll flip my camera on just a sec.
What are you getting, by the way?
I can get this in. All right.
Sorry, I was not paying attention to what the Toy Sorceress was grabbing.
I am back. I apologize. I had to jump over a whole bunch of stuff, and then I had turtles on the floor next to me there. But let me go full screen for a second.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
This is the cool playset. You can see it's on a really thick cardboard,
Yeah.
which is really nice. Like the vacuum formed plastic, and then these are just these little like cardboard formed things that you kind of fold, and with little plastic tops to make up the desk. I mean, just incredible artwork on these, and really nice quality backdrops. And there's the little tractor beam room, and they just slot in with these little slots that are formed into the base. So he did a really cool job, and you can just set up these like amazing dioramas, for your vintage Star Wars toys, especially now because we got the first 12 set of figures released now, the complete set from the retro collection, right? So this makes like an awesome display piece if you are so inclined. And Lee is going to, they're sold out right now on his site, but he told me yesterday that he's going to release another 100 sets, and he also is going to release a red variant with a red base, which I think he was showing on his Facebook page last year, and it looked really cool. So I would love to get one of those, but I'm putting on my headphones because I can't hear you.
Oh, got it. Okay. So you can hear me now?
I can hear you now. I literally had to crawl over like so much stuff next time. Make it, and I realized I forgot to mute myself because I was just like, almost fell into the closet.
I had to fill in with like elevator music and other stuff, so it's all good. Very cool to see the man-child in the house. Does fantastic toy reviews. If you have not seen his YouTube channel, which I can't imagine anyone has not, but head over to the man-child's YouTube channel. Does a lot of great reviews, and I'm sure he's going to be reviewing Slush Head and Mondo Skeletor when they come out. So yes, we are also buying those as well. Very nice to see you in the chat, my friend.
Hey there. Awesome. So I think we had fun sharing our toy hauls this week.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Just so much eclectic news. Like, I love it that we cover so many different things now. I think that's great because it brings a lot of people into the fold and into the community. And we all love collecting different, properties, so that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's totally cool. Yeah, I'm exposed to stuff that I would not even think about collecting, and so now that like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is entering my brain space, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, I got newly into the Silverhawks, which was a new thing for me, and now I've got a whole collection of them behind me here. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you've been totally into the Silverhawks, and I'm like, now I'm getting FOMO on that too, and I'm like, do I need to buy the vintage ones again? Yes, I probably do. Thank you, Toy Story.
I got a couple of the baddies too. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with Super 7 stuff, with Ramen's Quicksilver, it's like you can't just not, you can't not get the stuff. So
yeah, and Ramen's look really great because it's got that silver finish on the figure, which looks incredible. So
yes, so awesome. I think that is going to do it for this week's stream. I think we need to wind the sucker down, and so much stuff came out. So I'm hoping next week is a little bit calmer, but who knows?
Who knows? I doubt it. I thought this week wasn't going to be too bad, and then every single day it was like,
I know, like there's something every day, and then like
every day this week,
and then there's stuff that comes out before Roy. It's like once he drops one MOTU card art release, the next 3 are coming, and so I was like, okay, cover the toy news for the day, but still waiting for Roy's drop on the card art. It's like, come on.
I know. And then it's like, oh my god, there's all these teases in it, and then you got to start like searching for history on stuff, and or what's this little guy,
right?
That's always fun. Yeah, but it's been a great stream, and we'll be on next week covering all the latest news again. So be sure to look out for us, and always keep a tab on toyhabits.com. Visit us daily because you never know, we're dropping news on there, sometimes multiple times a day. And so we've got all the latest news on toyhabits.com, all the links that you need to pre-order your products or just to buy them. So make sure to head over there and keep up to date.
Yes, always great to see a lot of the regulars in the chat, especially our wonderful Toy Habits crew members as well. So yes, we also need to get the Addicts private hot tub party going at some point again. So yes, we owe you
Yes,
that.
we have to do that again. Yeah, we
That's
will.
all.
And shout out to the crew. They're a wonderful group of people and so much fun. Thanks for everybody who supports this channel. We couldn't do this without you, and we do this for you guys. This is a lot of work, but we do it out of the passion for collecting toys and getting to hang out with this wonderful community, all
Yeah.
our crew members. So thanks.
So cool. Yes, and to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day tomorrow. So, be doing
Yeah.
something. I think I'm watching Back to the Future Part 3 with my daughter
Oh, that's
because
fun.
she's like
How come you guys picked part 3? Or
well,
is that what you were?
we've seen 1 and 2, and she
Okay.
like for the last Father's Day we watched 1, for my birthday we
Oh,
watched 2,
nice.
and so for this Father's Day we're
Oh,
gonna
cool.
watch.
Has she seen it before,
Nope.
or is it
No,
gonna?
this is
Oh,
no, it's cool.
really?
Yeah, she has not seen
Oh my
these.
gosh!
Yeah, it's
Wow, that's actually not that long to wait, because originally back in the 80s when these movies came out, and I went to see Back to the Future 2 in the theater, you remember the last scene ends "to be continued," and you're
yep.
like, "Oh my god!" And I think Back to the Future 3 came out like 2 or 3 years later, so we had to wait a long time to find out what happened.
I know, right? Yeah, I think they recorded. But did they record 2 and I forget? They recorded
They did, because there
I
were
think
little
2 and 3
snippets.
like very close to each
Hmm.
other, or yeah. That's
But it
awesome.
wasn't released till like quite a bit later, and
Like, come on.
yeah, that was always painful. You're like, wait a minute, what happened? Yeah.
But yeah, we hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday. And yes, I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab dinner. Probably gonna do
Mhm.
something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna visit the toy stores on Father's Day. So it's just
Oh,
what we do.
lots of fun. Well, happy Father's Day to you.
Oh,
Happy
thanks.
Father's Day to all the dads out there. Have a happy Sunday, everybody, and we'll see you guys next weekend.
Bye, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Bye, everybody.